Oh, yeah, the NFL preseason has officially begun. So that means we are 1 week closer to week one and getting this party started, baby. This is Gridiron Nation, y'all, and we're talking Olympics and the NFC North as I'm giving y'all my predictions. Oh, yeah, welcome to Gridiron Nation, y'all. Let's get it cracking.
Gridiron Nation. Come on. It's time I get in the game, forget the money and fame. Stay ready, making sure that they remember my name. I got a hunger inside when the numbers are tied. I'ma turn it up a level, never will be denied. I got them back on their heels, not to have me a meal. Not Zeke, but I'ma eat the way I'm seeing the field. Take out the competition, they'll remember the name. The wicked one I always bring it, got my head in the game. Now it's all.
Yes. What is up, familia? Welcome to another episode of Gridiron Nation Podcast, y'all. This is episode 114 to be exact. What is up, everybody? Hope you guys are out there feeling good, living well, and living blessed, man. And hope your week is going good. And, y'all are just chilling, man, and feeling good, staying cool. If you're here in the Southwest in this heat, man, and wherever you're at, it's probably hot right now. It's summer all over the place, man. So hope you guys are staying cool, man, and just living life, man. This is the podcast that is made for the average hardcore football fan by the average hardcore football fan. Y'all already know that yours truly, that's exactly what I am. What is up, baby? Man, we got a lot going on right now. Of course, the Olympics just ended. So we're going to get into that a little bit, give you my thoughts on how everything went down overall. You know what I mean? And then kind of take a quick peek ahead to Los Angeles 2028. And a couple of exclusions that I'm not happy with. I'm not. But we'll get into that here in a little bit. And also, going to give y'all a little bit of a, actually, I don't know, my journey through the lands in between, my Elden Ring progress, kind of still where I'm at last week. All right, but I'll talk about that for like a quick 30 seconds, 60 seconds. All right, and then, of course, we're going to talk about the preseason a little bit, some of the things that went down, but mostly when it comes to the preseason thing, kind of talk about the Cowboys, of course, all my Cowboys fans out there. And, we got to talk about Brandon Aiyuk, man, see what's going down. We had some news come out today, official news. And I know that because it was from Ian Rappaport, who is one of those legit sources that I always tell you guys, pay attention to the legit sources. So by the time this thing comes out, I don't know, there's probably going to be a move made because that's just how it is. It's like my show triggers shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, I'll be like, man, there ain't nothing going on. Something going on. And then as soon as I upload the show and I publish it and I put it out there, I get a breaking news. Adam Schefter says that something went down. That's just the way it is, man. Dumbass strikes again. But yeah, we're going to talk about the Brandon Aiyuk saga just a little bit. And then we're going to get into the big one of the day. Yeah, that's right. The NFC North. We are coming to an end of my 2024 NFL Gridiron Nation podcast. Gridiron Nation podcast should come first. Rewind. My 2024 Gridiron Nation podcast NFL divisional preview series. Yeah, we're coming to an end, baby. And we got one more division after this week, which is the NFC East. But today, it's all about the NFC North, baby. And I'm going to look into every single one of these teams, break it down for you, all the skill positions and everything like that, talk about the defense, and give you guys my thoughts and my prediction on how I think it's going to go down. All right? So without further ado, I told y'all real quick, we're going to talk about this, okay? My journey through the lands between, and it continues to be slow progress for Elden Ring. Now, I did get some stuff done, though. All right, thanks to the help of my coach, JP. Shout out to my boy, JP. I was able to, he told me, look, this is what you got to do. Go and, go level up your shit, dog. Like, I was texting him. I'm like, dude, what am I supposed to do here? And I told him where I was. And he told me, what the fuck are you doing over there? And I'm like, okay, so I'm not supposed to be here right now. That's what you're telling me. I ain't ready to be here. Okay, let me dip. went back and went in and I leveled up a bunch of stuff, my weapons, and did all this stuff, man. So now I think I'm ready to move forward. I hope. All right. So I'll give y'all some more progress next week. How everything's going with Elden Ring. I'll be able to get it done this weekend. Okay. So I'm gonna make sure that I put in some time in Elden Ring this weekend. And hopefully I got some progress to spit to all my gamers out there, that are sitting there laughing at me because I cannot get far in this damn game. But I'm like level 17 now, so I'm getting there. All right, I'm getting there. I think. I don't know. Yeah, man, let's keep rolling on, y'all. We're going to talk about the Paris Olympics today, baby, because they came to an end there, the closing ceremonies, y'all. Did you guys watch this thing? It was a big thing. Of course, they always do every time that there's a closing ceremonies. Of course, the hosting city kind of pays homage to their roots. And then they do a little thing where it's kind of handing it off to the next city. And it's only fitting that it was Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg that kicked this thing off, being from LA. And then it was Red Hot Chili Peppers and Billie Eilish was there. And then Tom Cruise came down. He like freaking parachuted in, doing some Mission Impossible type Hollywood shit. You know what I mean? Because that's the way LA is. LA likes to do it big, baby. They like to make an entrance. You know what I mean? That's what Hollywood does. They even changed like the Hollywood sign. I'm going to post a picture for you guys on my page. And it was actually kind of cool because after this was done, they showed a picture of the Hollywood thing on the mountain, on the mountain, the Hollywood mountain, whatever the hell they call it. I don't know. I don't live there. I'm just saying. You guys know that little mountain or hill and it says Hollywood, right? Well, they used the O's and they actually turned them into the Olympic rings. So that was kind of dope, right? Because it's coming to LA in 2028. But so it was kind of cool little closing ceremonies, okay? But as far as the way everything went down, I mean, okay, this was not by far a perfect Olympics for Paris. I mean, a lot of stuff went wrong. They dropped the ball in a lot of this. The Olympic Committee there in France, they just from everything from the boxing situation to the gymnastics thing with Jordan Childs, man, that's some bullshit. Y'all need to let her keep her damn bronze medal. Trying to screw us Americans over, man. Anything to screw over the United States, right? Right? Y'all seeing this, everything going down with Jordan Childs? It ain't right, man. They're trying to take her bronze medal away from her. It ain't right. But everything to that. And then, of course, you had the river when the triathlon and you had the athletes getting sick because they were swimming in that shit. Man, what else? Man, just a lot that went wrong. Okay? I mean, let's talk about the breaking for a little bit. First of all, I was very happy with this event. I know it. A lot of you didn't watch it, but you're thinking, oh, it must have sucked because you're seeing the girl from Australia who she goes by the breaking name of Bray Gun, who was horrible. She did not belong in this competition. Okay. She did not belong in any breaking competition. The way I know she got it was there was some event there in Australia where there wasn't a lot of breakers there and she won it. And they were like, okay, cool. You're going to the Olympics. She did not belong in the same class as the rest of the B girls that were in this thing. Okay. So I have a lot of people, I've been seeing it on social media. A lot of people are like, oh, man, this is horrible. This is horrible. It was a horrible event. It was a horrible event. These people were horrible. Look at this. Look at the girl from Australia. What that told me was a lot of the people were looking at the videos of the memes and TikTok, and they didn't watch the event. They just assumed that was everybody out there. Okay, because if you actually watched the breaking event, the girls were pretty damn good. They were pretty good, man. I mean, when you look at some of the girls that they had, of course, you had 671 young girl out of China. A lot of power in her moves, man. She had a lot of power in her moves. And then you had Nika, who I think was the most well-rounded one. She is the defending world champion, 17 years old, out of Lithuania. And when we talk about world champion, y'all, like it's the same thing on the men's side with the American Victor Maldovaso. Sorry. These guys, they have actually won world championships at the Red Bull competitions, which is the big one, which is where all the best B-boys and B-girls from all over the world come together. Okay, so they were legit. They were legit. Mostly everybody, except for the homegirl from Australia, okay, they compete in these events. And if you watched this, you would understand that she was not an example of the rest of these athletes in this breaking competition. Now, the other people that I've been seeing hating on this, okay, is I can already tell when I'm gonna click on their picture, because sometimes when you're scrolling, you see a little thing, I gotta look at this person better. People hating on it. This does not belong in the Olympics. This is not a sport. And I'm like, but I bet y'all dumbasses are watching freaking synchronized swimming. You know what I mean? Is the floor exercise and gymnastics a sport? No, but it is an athletic competition, just like breaking is. Okay, let's be real, y'all. The Olympics is not 100% sports, but it's athletic competitions. Okay, don't sit there and tell me that breaking shouldn't be in the Olympics and because it's not a sport when you got people playing ping pong, right? You got people having a shooting competition, equestrian. I said, don't give me that shit. But every time I saw this on social media, I would go and click on the picture and say I knew it. There was some person probably looked about maybe 70 years old, all right, that shouldn't even be on social media, saying some stupid shit, you know. And it's that this y'all. I get it if y'all aren't understand the culture, but don't disrespect it. That's what I'm saying. And a lot of the hate that this event got online was because people that are too damn close-minded to disrespect the culture, too close-minded to understand or want to understand the culture of hip-hop and breaking and the roots that it came from. All right? So unless you got a good argument for why it should not be in there, when you look at everything else that's there, then you can kiss my ass and keep moving on. That's all I'm going to say. But it was a great event, and the girls were all good except for her. Okay. I really thought that for the American side though, Sunny. Okay, Sunny's kind of a veteran of the game. She's a former gymnast. She's got the smile. I was happy. I mean, she's decent, but I think there's better break dancers, females, B girls here in the United States than her. I think she was set more as an ambassador. She was the one that was like the smile and everything like that. The one I liked from the US was logistics. She's a young girl out of LA. And I loved it because, first of all, she had better moves. She was better. She really got robbed in a couple of these, all right, in the scoring by the judges. But we'll talk about that in a little bit because on the men's side, you talk about Americans getting screwed. Yeah, it happened. But I thought logistics was good. And what I liked about her was she really like captured that original kind of that attitude of breakdancing. Like she would get up in there and I mean, you just see her. She's staring at the girls like she's staring them down. She's serious. She's like, let's get it on. And she go up and do a move and she's giving them that little attitude. You know what I mean? And she was hitting some moves. She was good, man. She was really good. I thought she should have made it into at least the final 8. Maybe not the final 4, but at least the final 8. But neither of the Americans did. But I mean, it was good, of course. Japanese B girl Ami, very good. Her footwork was elite. Very good footwork. A lot of people are looking at like the flips and doing all this crazy stuff and thinking that that's all it is. But when they're moving around on the floor, y'all got to watch their footwork, man, and how they're not tripping up on each other. It takes a lot of skill, takes a lot of precision, takes a lot of technique and practice. All right. Overall, for the girls, I thought it was good. It was good. I really enjoyed watching Ami and Nika, though. Nika out of Lithuania. Oh, she was so good. So well-rounded, man. And very, very old school with it, which is what I liked a lot. Now, let's talk about the men's side a little bit. Okay, because first of all, I was really happy that sorry, let me pull this thing up here. I was really happy that that B-boy Victor Maldonado. Why I keep messing up his last name, y'all. All right, we'll just go with B-boy Victor. Chicano, Mexicano, I loved it, representing the raza proper like in the United States. Walked out of there with a bronze medal, and I dig that. All right, I actually dug that a lot. Problem was, I really feel like he got screwed in the semifinals. Victor Montalvo. Damn, bro. You freaking call yourself Chicano and you can't even pronounce this fool's name. Get it together, Gabe. I know. Victor Montalvo. Okay, he's the defending world champion. All right. Jeez, man. This is horrible. But okay, so he got himself the bronze medal. I thought he got screwed though. And I think it was because the French were making sure, they had to make sure that they were moving on the French to at least medal in this. It's guaranteed medal. And it was messed up, man, because Jeffro, oh man, Jeffro, y'all need to look this dude up on YouTube, okay? He was the other American in this competition. And it was messed up because in the round of 8, he took on he took on the French, the hometown dude, Danny, okay, B-boy Danny. And Jeffro won. He won that battle, y'all. If you don't believe me, go back and watch it, okay? He got screwed. They gave it to the French dude, moved him into the semifinals, and I'm like, what? All right. So Victor won his round of 8, goes on to take on Danny from France in the semis. Go back and watch that one. Victor won that battle. And I was surprised as everybody else when they announced that Danny won that thing. And it was like, are y'all fucking kidding me right now? Because you want, it's the same fucking reason. It's the same thing of the basketball, man. The men's and women's team from France were getting calls all damn tournament. You know what I mean? Getting help from the refs to make sure they were getting a little bit of help to push them into the medal rounds. I hate when they do this kind of crap because of the host country, man. Little favoritism. Kiss my ass. So it really should have been an all USA, not semifinal, but at least one half of that semifinal. One match of that, 2 of those 4 spots should have been the 2 Americans. Didn't happen, though. All right. Either way, France didn't win. France didn't win, man. Homeboy from Canada, Phil Wizard. Yeah, he's legit. He's legit. He got stronger as this competition went on, and he brought his best, saved it for the end. That's what I liked about Victor, too, man. Victor saved his best stuff for the final rounds and for that battle that he had in the bronze medal match with Shiga Kicks. Shiga Kicks, y'all. This dude was legit. He's from Japan. You're talking about a dude with speed, power, just so many crazy moves, man. And then, of course, I think y'all saw the post that I did on Facebook, and it's a video of Hero, and it was actually the last round of the qualifying round. Victor had already solidified himself into the final rounds, and he was going up against Hero 10, who is from Japan, young kid. And you can see Hero, he knows he's out, okay? During the third part of this qualifying round, Victor's already got it locked up, but Hero knows this. And what he does is you can see him getting emotional, looking at the crowd, camera's right on him. He throws a little heart, looks up, points, and he goes in and he does his signature move, man. And it's just this crazy, crazy ass head spin. Just goes crazy, man. The crowd goes nuts. You see Victor, the guy he's competing with on the side, hyping the crowd, like, check this boy out, man. And it was such a good thing because you saw this kind of attitude from the B-boys and B-girls with each other. But there was also the love for each other. You know what I mean? And the camaraderie. So I enjoyed it. And from what I heard and what I've read, it was they're hoping to bring this thing back in Australia in 2032 because LA is slipping up on this and LA didn't include it. Now, everybody's trying to go on and say, oh, the girl from Australia, see, they saw her and LA doesn't want it in the Olympics. No, when LA was awarded the Olympics, they decided which events they were going to have even before the Paris Olympics. Okay, so y'all stop believing everything that you're seeing on the internet, man. Y'all need to stop that. Y'all gullible as hell. But I mean, why is LA leaving this out? Like LA, man, hip hop right now. I know this thing started in New York, but it's not coming to New York. But this thing is coming to United States where breaking began. Okay, LA, there is a huge, I mean, I'm talking huge scene of breakdancing out there. So how they could slip up, they actually chose to exclude breaking for the sport that they're using to replace it is cricket. I mean, because y'all know, LA, of course, is a big, major scene for cricket, right? I don't know, man. Somebody make it make sense. All right, talk about the men's basketball. Now, I got to give my love to Steph Curry, man. I got to give my love to Steph Curry in this game. I mean, what were we talking? What do you have in this game? 24 points. Okay, and let's talk about the semifinal game where they damn near lost. They were down by 17 points. Y'all, I'm in here working on music. I got the game on, right? And I'm chilling. And I'm writing. And as I'm writing, trying to work on a verse, right, for a song I'm working on, and I keep looking at the TV, and the deficit in the first half keeps getting wider and wider and wider. And I'm like, what the fuck y'all doing? And it really wasn't what the U.S. was doing or not doing. It was Serbia was just knocking down everything, man. Everything they were shooting, it was dropping, and it was frustrating as hell to watch. But I kept thinking to myself, usually when you get games like this, where it's a big lead in the first half, things change in the second half, especially if you're getting it done with only the three-pointer. And maybe about 80, 90% of what they were doing was threes. So I said, can they stay hot? And they did it. So what I did, I got so frustrated. Y'all don't understand, man. I got frustrated. So I said, I can't write. I couldn't focus. I could not focus. I was getting irritated watching this shit. My attention was there. So I turned it off. I said, I got to turn this off. I got to focus on this music, man. I got to get something done in here today. So I turned it off. I started writing, right? Working on my music, got my focus off that. And just so you reminder, we're still talking about the semifinal game. So I finished up the verse and I said, okay, cool. I think I got it down. I go and turn it back on. And the U.S. is in the fourth quarter with Serbia, down by 7 points with about 4 minutes left. And I said, here we go. And every time they get a rebound, then I see freaking Joel Embiid. Why is this man standing at the top of the key trying to drive like he's a damn point guard and bounces the damn ball off his knee and it goes out of bounds? This man, do not put his ass on the team in 4 years. Please do not do that. Should not have been there. They didn't need him. Okay? They did not need Joel Embiid. What do you have? 3 points in that championship game? 3 damn rebounds? Are y'all kidding me? Oh, I'm sorry, 4 points. Horrible, man. He's not needed. But I got to give a shout out to Devin Booker. Guys like Booker had 15 points in that gold medal game against France. LeBron James 14, Kevin Durant 15. And of course, Steph Curry got hot. And when Steph Curry got hot, it's like every American watching this game was like, it's over, man. Y'all done now. Y'all are done now. Like I tell people, my brother Bo was like, I wasn't worried. Because I wasn't worried. When I was watching the Serbia game, I was worried. But they came back, they got it done. And the big three, I told y'all, they were going to have to do this at some point in this tournament. They were going to have to take the team on their back with KD, Steph, and LeBron. And they did in that semifinal. And then they got it done against France in the championship. I like the women, though. The women won by 1 damn point. And this was very close, like within a foot of that girl, tying the game from France. She hit that shot, but it was a 2-pointer, not a 3. I didn't expect the women to come that close to getting beat. I did not. But, France was in the championship because, the refs made sure they got there during the course of this whole tournament. But they still, even with the help of the refs, were not ready for Team USA, baby. And I gotta say this, y'all. Whether you like LeBron James or not, okay, disregard the GOAT conversation with him versus Jordan. Let's forget about that for a minute. Let's just forget about that right now, this whole conversation. You don't have to like LeBron James, but if you are a basketball fan, then you damn sure better respect LeBron James. What this man is doing at his age, okay, getting up from 40 years old, the level he is playing at, it's crazy, y'all. It's crazy. And how long he has been doing it, it's amazing. It is amazing. So stop hating on the guy. I don't know how many years he has left, but let's just appreciate the greatness that is LeBron James for what he is right now. All right, let's just do that, man, because I'll tell you one thing. When I was watching that game with Serbia and stuff, I'm watching this tournament, and I was like, I am so damn glad he is on our side. That's all I got to say about that, man. But anyways, LA, 2028. No breaking. Y'all dropping the ball on that for cricket. Cricket? Really? What else they got? They got squash coming in. Oh, man. What else? I saw a couple other events that I was like, okay. But the one event that they're right now that's excluded, and there are, governing bodies trying to change that, is boxing. Boxing has been a part of the Olympics for a long time. Okay. As long as I can remember. I mean, hell, when I was a kid and when I started kickboxing at a young age, I actually, like, for a time had dreams. I would watch the Olympics and I'm like, what if I started training to be a boxer and go to the Olympics? There are kids that have those dreams. A lot of these boxers, every single Olympics, every 4 years from all around the world that make it into the Olympics, all of them that try to get to the Olympic trials, that is what they aspire for. A lot of them, that is what inspires them to even get into boxing, is to one day make it to the Olympics and then beyond. Hell, here in Las Cruces, our own Austin Trout, man, was an alternate, and sorry, I believe that's right. I believe that's right. And if it's not Austin, I'm sorry, but I believe I remember he was an alternate. But what I'm getting at, y'all, is this is an event that belongs in the Olympics. Forget about the controversy this year. That's not something that happens every Olympics. Okay, forget about that. But ever since the Russian boxing organization took over everything of the global boxing, I mean, they just don't give a shit, pretty much. So now there is a new organization within boxing that is trying to get something together to get LA to put this on back into the Olympics for 2028. Because if it's not a part of the Olympics, boxing is one of the big events that I watch the Olympics for, guys. You guys know I've told you this. So if they do not have this there, man, I'm going to be very disappointed. A lot of people are going to be very disappointed from the crowds as I watched it. I watched almost every match that I possibly could during qualifying, everything, man, during the medal rounds. And the crowds were there. They were there. You get into the final rounds, man, of the breaking competition. The crowds were there. They were loving it. They were loving the boxing. They were loving the breaking. They're taking breaking out for cricket. Cricket's only been a part of the Olympics one time. That was in 1908. Really? How many of y'all play cricket? How many of y'all can relate to cricket? And don't sit there saying, I do it. I play. No, you don't. Shut up. If you listen to hip hop, you can at least relate a little bit to breaking. All right. That's all I'm saying, man. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. LA, get your shit together. Get breaking in there. Or a lot. Hopefully we'll bring it back in Australia. Okay, in 2032. Since LA's don't want to do it, even though there's a big scene for it out there. But LA, don't slip up, man. You get boxing on your docket. That's all I'm saying. All right? That's all I'm saying. But overall, it was an Olympics that I enjoyed. And I thought that Paris, though, they slipped up a lot. They slipped up a lot, man. There was a lot of controversy here, which was not a good thing. But it is what it is. So now it is time for me to take a break. For those of you watching on Fuel, first of all, for those of you watching on YouTube and on Fuel, thank you very much. I really appreciate y'all. And if you're listening up on Spotify, iHeart, wherever you're listening, it's always appreciated. And it's always one love for each and every one of you. So I'm going to take a quick break, y'all. And when I come back, yeah, that's right, we're going to get into the NFL because it's about to go down, baby, because we are getting closer to week 1, and I cannot wait. So y'all don't go nowhere, right? I'm going to be right back. This is Gridiron Nation, y'all. Don't go nowhere. Yeah. Welcome back to Gridiron Nation, y'all. Hey, so let's get into this whole preseason thing, all right? Mainly for my Cowboys fans, okay? Because the Cowboys, they have their first preseason game. And you guys already know, I say this every year. I put no stock into preseason win or lose. What I look for is individual performances. Okay, because there's no game planning going on for coaches. They may try some new things. Okay, some new additions in the playbook. They may work on some things that are just being implemented, like the kickoff. They may go for it on 4th down no more than you would see because they're trying some new things, little things like that. But I look for the individual performances because you normally don't see the starters. And if you do, you see them for a very, very limited time. So what I've been looking forward to this whole preseason is really to seeing Trey Lance. As a Cowboys fan, I've been wanting to see Trey Lance. Well, and we saw Trey Lance. Now, the Cowboys defense, though, with this new scheme that Mike Zimmer brought in 4 interceptions, against Stetson Bennett. So, not bad. But Trey Lance had 25 of 41, right? 25 completions, okay. So you're thinking maybe about, 250, 260 yards, right? Now, dude had 188 yards. No interceptions, but no touchdowns. Now, he did have 6 rushes for 44 yards. Averaged over 7 yards on each rush. I really feel like people need to. I see Cowboys fans like, oh, see, we learned that he sucks. What y'all need to realize is that Trey Lance did not have a lot of experience coming into the NFL. That's why a lot of Niner fans were not happy that the team moved up the way they did to get him so high. My brother Bobo, shout out to my brother out there, man. Love you, brother. He was, when it happened, I remember him telling me on the phone, man, I hate this damn pit. Why the fuck did we go and do this? And I was like, oh, you never know, man. You never know. Well, lo and behold, he was right. So Dallas gets him for like a 5th round pick. He's a developmental guy. And he hasn't seen a lot of time on the field, even at the NFL level. Meaningful time. He had injuries in San Francisco, so we didn't really get to see him there. They didn't get to develop him much. When he's injured, you're not practicing. So now he's been at camp, and I think I like the running, the athleticism, okay? And I'm not making excuses for him. I'm being real with you guys. I'm being absolutely real with you guys for all you Cowboys fans that are like, man, you just making excuses for him. No. What I'm saying is my expectations were not like you guys. Okay, y'all are like, well, if he don't go out there and light it up in his first preseason game ever, then, or his first preseason game with the Cowboys, then that means he's trash. He's done. We don't want him. He sucks. Well, maybe he does. I'm not ready to go there after one preseason game because this dude is a project. Now, what I will say is this. This preseason is the make or break for him with the Dallas Cowboys. If he does not show improvement throughout the preseason, he's gone, and maybe he'll be going to spring league or something. I don't know. Maybe that's what he needs to do. But I need to see a full preseason out of him. He's got 2 games left, and we need to see a lot of him. And I think we will, because there will be no Dak Prescott. Okay, Dak's he's locked and loaded, ready for week 1 against Cleveland. We just got to get CD out there, though. Don't even get me, man. I mean, there's nothing I can tell you about the CD saga that's going on that y'all don't know already, because there's been nothing new from what I said last week and the week before. Nothing. All right. So, Cowboys, you need to get this man on the field. Unless you want CD pulling the hamstring or getting some kind of injury that's going to keep him out a little bit in week 1. I don't know. CD, you need to think about that too, dog. Okay? Holdouts do not help the player at all. They do not. So, we'll see. We'll see. But as far as Trey Lance goes, I'm ready to move on to the next game. I want to see what he does. Who do we got? We got the Raiders. And, of course, Raiders fans are already, we go beat y'all. I don't care. I don't give a fuck about the damn preseason, man. See, the only people that love preseason are teams that are bad. Like, if your team was bad last year, you're fucking rooting. You are, like, going crazy for every single preseason win. I don't care if it was our catch-string quarterback. Maybe we beat the Cowboys. Whatever. I will be watching him very close. DeMarion Overshown back from that ACL. Oh, boy, he's looking like what we were missing last year, y'all, at linebacker. I cannot wait. Love what I saw from him. Mozzie Smith looked very improved as well. So I need to see more. All right? I need to see more, and I'm hoping to see more. And we got the Raiders this week, so we'll see how that goes, man. But otherwise, in the preseason, man, don't overreact to anything, good or bad, guys. That's all I'm saying. Do not overreact. It's one preseason game. I see, the Lions. They're talking about, oh, look at our two rookie cornerbacks, man. Our two rookie cornerbacks had high PFF grades. All right, it's preseason. Calm down. Okay, I want to see him do that against CeeDee Lamb. Yeah, I want to see him do that against Romeo Doubs. Yeah. Yes, so preseason, though, this is the time when you get a look at players, rookies, stuff like that. Man, Tyler Guyton for the Cowboys, the left tackle, replacing Tyron Smith. He looks ready. But got to see more. You use this preseason to get these guys ready that you know are going to be starting, and you use it to watch the guys that you're trying to develop and see what you got. All right, so that's how we're going into week 2 of the preseason. Now, we're talking about Brandon Aiyuk earlier. And, okay, so I posted something on X earlier. If you guys saw it now, I'm saying earlier, right now, y'all know this is Tuesday evening, that they might have a deal in place, the 49ers, okay, to move him to Pittsburgh. He already shot down a very good deal that was being offered to him in New England. Yeah. He also shot down another good deal that was being offered to him, because these teams are offering contracts as well, new contract for Cleveland. I told you guys last week, man, this is the one thing I do not want. I do not want the Niners getting Amari Cooper. And the Niners, they knew what they were doing. They almost got Amari Cooper. And then Brandon Aiyuk, like he's become a sort of a diva now because of this. Okay, he's like, man, if y'all need to trade me, then y'all ain't gonna give me what I want, trade me. So the Niners like, who are we gonna look that wants to give you what you want? That's gonna give us something fair. New England. He goes, nope, I don't want to go there. Well, shit. Cleveland. They got good defense. You could help this team. Nope, I don't want to go there. At that point, you become a diva, dog. Okay? And don't compare him to CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb ain't talking about being traded. Okay? Plus, CeeDee Lamb's just a better receiver, in my opinion. But that's another conversation for another time. We can debate it. But I think that Brandon Aiyuk is a very good wide receiver. But I think that right now he's just making things worse for himself. Agree to something, get it done. Now, this deal with Pittsburgh that they're talking about, I have not seen details, but they do say that the Niners and Pittsburgh have agreed on some terms for a deal. And apparently Brandon Aiyuk is good with the contract offer that Pittsburgh is giving him. It's all up to the Niners now. What the Niners are waiting on is that they just made an offer, which is being reported that it's a pretty lucrative offer, okay, to him. So now it comes, and that he hasn't accepted or denied it. Now it comes down to how much of a diva are you? How much do you want to stay with this team and make a run at a Super Bowl this year? Or how much are you just like, I just want to be gone? That's all on him now. If he doesn't agree to this Niners deal, then the Niners will likely pull the trigger on the trade. And then I'll be interested to see will they be getting George Pickens in that trade? I would have to think so. I think George Pickens could do very well in this offense. Or we're looking at a second round, maybe a first round pick. He's not worth the first round. I don't know if I'd give him a second round either. But we'll see, man. We'll see. So just, man, make it happen, dude. Brandon Aiyuk, just already, dog. You need to get on the field. You're hurting yourself, dude. You are not going to be, whoever gets this, dude, he's not going to be that player that they're expecting over the first half of the season. Maybe the first 4 weeks at least. He hasn't been training in training camp. These other dudes have been working together. You're going to be going to a new team, dog. You're going to have a new offense to learn. You're going to have to get some new time in the chemistry down with a new quarterback. Do you understand this? So it's not like you're holding out. Now you're going to be coming back to the Niners. You know what I mean? I definitely want, I don't know. I got to see what happens here. I got a few fantasy trades coming up. Or not trades, drafts. Why did I say trades? Fantasy drafts coming up because of the fact that Brandon Aiyuk could be getting traded. I don't know what I'm going to be doing yet. I got to see what's going on. So, Brandon Aiyuk, get it together. All right, man. Now, before I go any farther, I got one more break that I got to take for all y'all watching on Fuel. Thank you again very much, y'all, for joining me today. I'm going to take one more break, y'all. This is Gridiron Nation. Do not go nowhere, because when I come back, it's time to dive into the main topic of the day. I'm about to preview the NFC North, baby, and give you my predictions. So do not go nowhere, right? This is Gridiron Nation, y'all. Stay posted. Oh, yeah. Welcome back to Gridiron Nation, y'all. Those of you watching on Fuel, appreciate every single one of you. Sorry, I had to adjust my brim here, man, if you're watching on YouTube or on Fuel, because, I'm showing love to my D-backs today, y'all. We're hot. My boys are rolling right now. I don't understand. I'm excited about this. They are leading the National League in the wild card spot right now. And I believe they are 3 games behind the Dodgers. So we're rolling right now, man. My boys are doing their thing. And I was just, during the break, I was just checking out my X handle, and the thing I posted about Brandon Aiyuk earlier. I love him. My brother was a 49er fan. Bobo, you guys know this. I've told y'all this. Y'all who know him, know this. And he says it. He says, get him the fuck out. You don't want to be here. We don't need you. And that's how I would feel. If I'm being real, that's exactly how I would feel as well. So I don't blame you, bro. I don't blame you. But let's get it on, y'all. It is time to get into the main topic of the day. Yeah, that's right. The NFC North preview. Oh, man. Excuse me. Give me a minute, y'all. Got to get my little bit of hydration up in my throat, man. There's a little bit. I got to start doing like some vocal exercises or something. I don't know. All right, man. All right. Let's get it cracking, y'all. NFC North preview. And you guys already know, I'm going to just dive right in. Now, last year, we had the Detroit Lions, okay? Yes, I slept on them a little bit. I don't care. Their fans pissed me off last year. Talking like this team was already a Super Bowl champion. Oh, y'all were 1 game away. Y'all were 1 half away. And then you forgot to show up for the second half because you never been there. Okay? Other than golf. Niners came back and beat y'all down the second half. And it was fucking hilarious. And I'm still laughing my ass off. And I'm still laughing my ass off that y'all are still mad about the Cowboys game. So Lions fans, y'all can kiss my ass. I'm laughing at you. But with that said, I do have your team repeating as NFC North champions, man. But the thing is, like it says there, this team is no longer a sleeper. They cannot sneak up on people no more like they did last year from game 1 against the Chiefs. Okay. 12-5 last season, y'all. First place in the division. Their last division title they had, was 1993. So it was that long ago. And, man, so shout out to the Lions for getting that done, man. Head coach Dan Campbell in his second year, coming in to his second year. I mean, what great coach. What he's got these people believing, man. He's a player's coach. He's a working man's coach. I can respect that. I can. Got offensive coordinator Ben Johnson, who he brought with him. He did a hell of a job last year. Defensive coordinator Aaron Glenn coming into his 4th season, though. Defense going to have to be better this year, at least in the pass game. All right, but let's dive right into it, y'all. Some of the players they lost. Let's talk about some of the key players. Cornerback Cam Sutton was expected to be a starter. And then that domestic battery, freaking dumbass, and, that allegations, and he was running from the law and all that stuff. Yeah. So they cut his ass. He's gone. Wide receiver Josh Reynolds. That one was big right there. He was 3rd on the team in receptions. Okay. 2nd wide receiver. Now, Sam Laporta obviously was 2nd on the team with Amon Ross St. Brown, who we'll talk about in a minute, was 1st. But they lost Josh Reynolds. He went to Denver. Starting offensive guard Jonah Jackson. He's gone. That's big because that's offensive line. Tackle Matt Nelson. He's gone. Tackle Matt Percher. He is gone. They also lost their starting safety, C.J. Garner-Johnson. He went back to Philly after talking all that shit. I can't with y'all, man. Y'all Philly players and fans, man. It's too much, man. But the offense overall was ranked number 3 last season. Okay, number 2 in the past. Very good Very good. Number 5 in the rush, man. That dual-headed running back they had last year of David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs was beast. Jahmyr Gibbs was a lot better last year than I expected. I will say that. I will say that. And they were the number 5 scoring offense in the league, so they were able to put up points last year. Jared Goff, 407 completions, 4,575 yards. Very good season. Okay, 30 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. Is he fantasy relevant with 30 touchdowns? I'd say he is. So some of y'all, if you draft him, like if you're in a 2-quarterback league, then you probably want to get him. Jared Goff is your QB2. You're set. Okay, so I'll just say that. Now, talked about Amon-Ra St. Brown. This is a receiver I like a lot. And when I look at players from around the league that I'll say are among some of my favorite players at certain positions, not just on my team, Amon-Ra St. Brown is one of my favorite wide receivers in the league, man. I like him a lot. Love watching him play. 119 catches last year, 1,515 yards, and 10 touchdowns. Monster season. Okay. Tight end Sam Laporta came on strong. 86 receptions, 889 yards, 10 touchdowns as well. Both of those guys will be fantasy relevant this year. If you can get them, go and get them because they will go high. Okay? If you get them both, then you're cheating. There's no way you should be able to get both of those dudes. It wouldn't even be fair, man. Now, we look at the running backs. I talked about the 2-headed running back they got. David Montgomery last season, 14 games played, 219 carries, 1,015 yards, and 13 touchdowns. Okay, fantasy relevant. The problem is, will his workload continue? Because they're seeing what they got with Jahmyr Gibbs, who's also another fantasy relevant player. He had 15 games last year, 945 yards and 10 touchdowns. Now, he just got an injury, hamstring, pulled a hammy. This could affect his value in fantasy, like where he gets picked. He's still going to get picked, but we guys know how hamstrings are, man. Hamstring issues they're like moscas. Just they don't go away, man. They just keep bothering you. So it's going to be interesting to see how they handle Jahmyr Gibbs. He will not be in the preseason. Don't expect that, okay? Now, you got wide receiver Jameson Williams, who's going to step in right there in the role that Josh Reynolds was. He'll be playing the whole season now. So we'll see what he does. Pretty good offensive line as well. That's all anchored by offensive tackle Penei Sewell, who is one of the best at his position in the league. All right, so that offense is ready to go. That offense is loaded, and they're going to put up some points this year, y'all. They're going to put up some points. Now, the defense was ranked number 19 last season overall. They were number 2 versus the run. Very good versus the run. That defensive line, anchored by defensive end Aiden Hutchinson, 11.5 sacks that season, which led the team. But then you look at the pass defense, number 26 overall. Number 23 in scoring defense, like versus scoring. Like they gave up a lot of points. We saw what happened to the Bears. They should have lost twice to the damn Bears last year. And that was with Justin Fields, man. Now they got to deal with the Bears this year. You see that roster for the Bears? Oh, we'll talk about it here in just a little bit. Okay, but so that defense, pass defense needs to get better. Okay. Now they did, like I told you guys, they went and lost safety CJ Gardner-Jones, sorry, my bad. Johnson, whatever the hell. He's an Eagle now. I don't give a damn. He's a Philly Eagle again. Why would you want to go back to that shithole? I'm just saying. Eagles fans, I'm just having fun. Don't get all hurt. Okay? Don't be up in the comments and stuff or being like, man, I don't want this fool's trash, bro. I want to talk about my Eagles like that. Y'all talk about my Cowboys like that. I'm just saying. Moving on. Linebacker Alex Anzalone had 129 tackles last season, which led the team in 3 sacks. And they went and added, I told you guys, like that defensive line was pretty good last year, okay, against the run. They had to add some players, though. They had the defensive tackle DJ Reader, veteran. The problem is they put him right away on the PUP list. So we'll see if he's going to even be there when the season starts, okay? So their pass defense needed some help, though. So they went and drafted themselves a cornerback, Terrion Arnold, out of Alabama. Should be a solid addition to this defense, but we all know sometimes it don't work out. We'll see. They also went and added defensive end Marcus Davenport, another veteran, should help them out with that depth, and cornerback Carlton Davis. So they know where their issues lie on the defensive side of the ball. Okay. Overall outlook for me for this team. They won't sneak up on anyone anymore. They're gonna have some tough games. They are. People are gonna bring it against the squad. And because of where they finished last season, their schedule is gonna be a hell of a lot harder than it was last season. Their division is gonna be harder than it was last season, or than they expected it to be, should I say. Offense is gonna be good again. They're gonna put up points. They're gonna move the ball. Defense is the question. Secondary is definitely gonna be the issue there. That's going to be the key. I expect Aiden Hutchinson to just keep getting better, man. That guy's a monster. He is, man. He is, man. But I got the Detroit Lions finishing in first place in the NFC North and repeating as champions. Yeah. Let's keep rolling on. Green Bay Packers. Is this real? Jordan Love. Is this real love? Is this love real? Is this real? We only saw a good Jordan Love for the second half of the season last year. All right. Everybody's talking about how good this team is, but y'all forgot they were 9-8 last season. Okay. One game above 500. So let's just keep that in mind. I get it. Y'all are like, well, you're a Cowboys fan. You're hating. No, I'm being real. I get it. They blew us out in the playoffs. There ain't no more Aaron Jones, though. He's gone. Aaron Jones is gone. Okay. That offensive line took some hits. David Bakhtiari, he's gone. Their starting guard, okay, John Runyon Jr., who is so consistent for this team, he's gone. Went to the Giants. Tackle Yash Neiman, he's gone. I told y'all Aaron Jones, gone to Minnesota. Safety Darnell Savage on the defensive side of the ball. He is gone, went to Jacksonville. And starting linebacker, Devondre Campbell, he is gone. So they had some big losses to hit free agency. Head coach Matt LaFleur coming into his sixth season. Offensive coordinators, Adam Stannerich coming into his second season. They had a new defensive coordinator, Jeff Hadley. It's going to be his first year taking over the defense. So it's going to be interesting because this defense was ranked number 17 last year. Okay, they were pretty good against the pass. They were top 10, number 9. Defensively, though, number 28. That ain't going to get it done. You know what I mean? 9-8 last year, just got into the playoffs. We saw Jordan Love play really well for one half of a season. First half of the season, man, he struggled. Wow, okay. Backtrack. I shouldn't say he struggled, but he wasn't lighting it up. You know? He had 372 completions last season, 4,159 yards. 32 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. If I'm drafting in fantasy, I'm not waiting to draft a quarterback to where Jordan Love is the best prospect on there. Because if I'm drafting Jordan Love as a quarterback for my roster, it's to be my bench quarterback, my just-in-case quarterback, my bye-week quarterback behind somebody like Dak Prescott or Justin Herbert or somebody like that, or unless you got somebody, like Mahomes. You feel me? So I got to see it. I got to see what I saw in the second half of last season for a whole year. You guys know I was high on Jordan Love last year. I believed him. I still do. Okay, but let's pump the brakes a little bit and talking about this team being elite. I need to slow down. They were 9-8 last year. All right, second place in the division. All right, but they got some players. They got some players. I mean, wide receiver Jaden Reed last season, 16 games played, 793 yards, which led the team. They did not have a 1,000-yard receiver on this team. Goes back to the whole Jordan Love thing. Okay, 8 touchdowns, 64 receptions for Reed. Then you look at Romeo Doubs, receiver that I've been very high on. I think they need to move him to the wide receiver 1 spot, to be honest. Dude played all 17 games last season, only 674 yards, 8 touchdowns, 59 receptions. The other dude, their official wide receiver 1 is Christian Watson. Don't know if I want to touch this dude in fantasy, at least not early. He's going to be like my bench receiver. 9 games played last season. Couldn't stay on the field. 28 catches, 581 yards. Stay healthy, dog. That's all I'm saying, okay? Tight end Lou Musgrave. We'll see what he can do, man. He's one of those tight ends, though. If you're drafting him in fantasy, he's very touchdown dependent. So it's hit or miss with him. That's why a lot of tight ends, to be honest. But I think he is a factor in the red zone for this team this year. Okay. Now, I told you guys they lost Aaron Jones. Okay. So what did they do? They didn't want to pay him. They wanted him to take another pay cut. He's already taken a pay cut for this team. And they were like, will you do it again? He goes, damn, really? No. He's like, no, man, damn. Help me out. They're like, no, we can't do that. All right. I'm gone. Josh Jacobs comes from Vegas now. Jacobs had a down year last year compared to what we saw 2 years ago. Okay, he got injured. He was injured. 13 games played, 233 attempts, 805 yards. All right, now A.J. Dillon stepped in at times when Aaron Jones was injured last year, and A.J. Dillon stunk up the place, okay? It was just over 3 yards a carry. So they went and added themselves a new running back. They went and drafted Marshawn Lloyd out of USC in the 3rd round. Could be seeing a lot of this dude. I don't know how much of him, like not to where I'm like, go draft this dude in fantasy, but as far as for actual watching football, this is a guy that I think they're looking at. You know, they've got, what is Josh Jacobs? I think he's on a 1-year deal. A.J. Dillon is apparently not going to be running back 1 anytime soon. Okay. So this could be the guy that they're going to try to work in there and see, hey, maybe Marshawn is going to be our running back 1, you know, here in the near future. We'll see. Let's talk back to the defense, y'all. Linebacker Quay Walker last season led the team and had tackles, won 118 tackles, had 2.5 sacks. Defensive end Rashawn Gary had 9 sacks, which led the team. Then you had defensive tackle Kenny Clark, 7.5 sacks. You need more pass rush. That's what I'm saying. I want somebody with double-digit sacks to be a true threat. All right. Wow. I told you they lost Darnell Savage, safety. So they went and signed a new safety. They added Xavier McKinney. Comes over from the Giants. Very, very good safety. He's a good leader. This was a good addition for them. It really was. They also went and drafted a free safety, Javon Bullard, in the 2nd round out of Georgia. Should be a good addition there. You still got Jair Alexander coming back at cornerback. Had a decent year last year. He's on the field. When he can stay on the field, he's still very good. Cornerback Eric Stokes returns as well. They also went and drafted linebacker Edgerrin Cooper out of Texas A&M in the 2nd round. He should see a lot of playing time, especially with Devondre Campbell gone now. Okay, that was the whole move for this. So overall, they need to prove it to me again. That's all I'm saying. I do think that defense, though, I don't know. I have a feeling this defense takes a step back this year. You know, some of these young guys develop. But we'll see. I could be wrong about that. And I'll admit it if I am wrong. Okay, I've admitted I was wrong about the Lions. But that's what I see for the Packers. Prove it to me again. And it would not surprise me, okay, if the team I have finishing in 3rd actually finishes higher than the Green Bay Packers, and that is the Chicago Bears. We got a new era of Chicago Bears football coming in. Matt Eberflus comes into his 3rd season now. New quarterback, some new weapons. All right. Offensive coordinator Shane Waldron. This is going to be his 1st year. He comes over from Seattle. Okay, so this is going to be interesting because he likes the whole running back 1, you know, kind of workhorse type of system there. They just added Devondre Swift, so that's going to be interesting. Then you got defensive coordinator Eric Washington. This is going to be his 1st year as well. The Bears finished 7-10 last year. Last place. All right. They lost quarterback Justin Fields. He's gone out to Pittsburgh. Lost running back Deontay Foreman. He's gone. Wide receiver Darnell Mooney is now gone as well. I believe he is in Carolina now, if I remember my research from last week's episode. If I'm not going, correct me, all right? Tight end Robert Tonyan, he is gone as well as defensive tackle Justin Jones. So the offense, though, I mean, it's going to look different. They were number 20 overall last year, 27 in the pass, number 2 in the rush. A lot of that was Justin Fields on both sides. He's not a pocket passer, but he can run the ball. All right? So what are they going to do? No more Justin Fields. So you bring in Caleb Williams with the #1 overall pick out of USC. Dude, I'm very high on. Y'all already know this. I think he's going to be legit. I believe that. I really do. Will he be this year's CJ Stroud? It's very possible because they added some players. Well, first of all, he's got DJ Moore coming back, who I will be targeting in fantasy if I get an opportunity with Caleb Williams now, quarterback. Yes, yes. They went and added veteran Keenan Allen. Don't know how much. I mean, he's got to stay on the field, okay, but Keenan Allen can still play big. When they need. Also, they had another pick in the first round, thanks to Carolina. You know, this would have been the Bears pick at #9, their original pick. The #1 pick was thanks to Carolina, but they drafted Rome Odunze, you know, and this is huge, y'all. This is huge because especially if Keenan Allen can't stay on the field, Rome Odunze is going to get a lot of work with him. He's already getting work, and it's looking good. The chemistry with him and Caleb Williams is already showing in camp and everything, man. So that's big. That's big, all right? That dude's got talent. You got tight end Cole Kmet coming back. A lot of mouths to feed, so I don't know if I would target him in fantasy, but if you ain't got nobody else, use him, okay? They went and added tight end Gerald Everett. He's a veteran, okay? I told y'all they lost Robert Tonyan. That one just never worked out, okay? So they bring in Gerald Everett. He knows Seattle very well, okay? With Shane Waldron coming in, they added running back DeAndre Swift. Another fantasy factor right there, running back, y'all, especially if they do the same system that Shane Waldron did in Seattle. That means DeAndre Swift's going to get some work. He's got Khalil Herbert backing him up, solid backup. And then you got Roschon Johnson coming into his second year. All right. And they went and added a new center with Coleman Shelton from the Rams. He will be the starter, as well as tackle Ryan Bates. So they added players they needed on that offensive side of the ball. This offense is going to look very different, y'all. Very different from what you saw last year. Bears fans are excited for good reason. Defensive side of the ball, they were #12 overall. 25 versus the pass, #1 versus the run. Yeah, that's right. They were shutting it down. They were running on this squad. Linebacker TJ Edwards was a big part of that, 155 tackles, which led the team 2.5 sacks. Linebacker Tremaine Edmonds also 113 tackles, This dude had 4 interceptions, man. Linebacker, very good in coverage. Very good in coverage, okay? Quarterback Jalen Johnson, we know he's legit. We know he's legit. You just need some help on the other side. So Tyreek Stevenson going to have to help him out. All right? But they went and added safety, Kevin Byard, however you want to freaking pronounce it. Now, a couple of seasons ago, I had this dude as among the top safeties in football. He took a step back last year, especially in Philly. I mean, maybe he didn't want to be in Philly. I don't know. So get paid. Just pay me. I'll do my year and I'm out. If he can find his old form back, he's going to help the secondary in that pass defense a lot. Okay. Still got defensive end Montez Sweat coming back. Had six sacks in 9 games played last year. Y'all remember there was that trade that Washington did during the season last year. Okay. Nose tackle Andrew Billings is also going to be a big part of that run defense continuing to solidify itself among the best in the league. Okay, so overall, defense is going to be good again. You know, they improve that pass defense. If they do, watch out. Watch out. But the overall question is Caleb Williams. If Caleb Williams can come in and get a hold of this offense, they will compete with the Detroit Lions for the NFC North title. Just remember I said that. I'm not saying he will. I'm saying if. Okay? So I might be coming back to this at the end of the season. We'll see. Now let's move on to my #4 squad. Of course, that is the Minnesota Vikings. Yeah, them poor Vikings, man. It's almost like a mini rebuild, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, is this team, I don't know, Kevin O'Connell, right? There is no more Kirk Cousins. No more Kirk Cousins at all. He is gone. He's in Atlanta now. So I feel like I don't know. I feel like this team, I'm not gonna dwell on everything with this squad, man, because it's gonna be a whole different squad. Okay, this team is gonna be completely different. I mean, you still got Justin Jefferson there. Of course, we all know what Jefferson is, man. Jefferson is that dude. Just throw him the ball. Just throw it on up for him, and he's going to do what he's got to do. Okay? Last season, he got injured. Okay? Still had over 1,000 yards. Dude missed some games last year, man. Had over 1,000 yards, 1,074 yards. Problem is, now you got JJ McCarthy, excuse me. Rookie out of Michigan. Will he be the starter? Well, he's already injured now here in preseason. So we don't know. We don't know. You got Sam Darnold there. I'm sorry, man. Come on, man. Vikings. Damn. Yes, that's right. They were 2 years removed from being the best team in this division, man. They were rolling that year. Now they take 3 steps back. Oh. They're going to have issues at running back. Yeah. Remember last year they had Madison. Madison's with the Raiders now. Okay. But they were like, let Madison. I was even like, hey, maybe Madison could do something. Maybe he can. Nah, he couldn't. Madison was trash last year as the RB1. So he's gone. So they bring in Aaron Jones. Problem is, Aaron Jones is going to get a heavy load, which is good for fantasy purposes, but it's not good because he's a dude that is known to be injured. TJ Hawkinson is still on the PUP list. When will he come out and play? Will he be there week 1? I don't know. I don't know, man. This team, they're in a mini rebuild right now. Okay. And I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think JJ McCarthy is that dude. I don't. I don't think so. But prove me wrong. Okay. That's all I got to say. I'm not going into it with the Vikings because this is just a team that is a mess right now, other than having the best receiver in football, Justin Jefferson. Yeah. I don't know, man. This is all I'll say is Jefferson is still a fantasy factor, but because of his quarterbacks, he's not going number 1 for me like he has the last 2 years. Like if I have the number 1 pick in any of my drafts, I'm not taking him. The last 2 years I was. I did. I had twice. Two leagues last year. I had the number 1 pick. I took him. Not this year. He'll still get drafted in the first round, but he might not even be in the top 5 because of his quarterback. If you take him in the top 5, I'm cool with that because that means somebody who's going to get a lot of work somewhere else is going to fall to me. You know what I mean? So just Vikings fans, I'm sorry, but y'all ain't going to be very good this year. Is this like too outlandish for me to say 5 wins max? I don't know. Is it too much for me to say that Carolina could be a better team than y'all this year? They're in the NFC South. Is that gacho that is, huh? I don't know. I guess as long as you have Justin Jefferson and Aaron Jones on your squad, and if TJ Hawkinson can make it back, it's possible. You never know what can happen. But either way, I've got the Vikings finishing in last place in the NFC North, 4th place, and perhaps could be one of the worst teams in the NFC. Yeah, that's right. You heard it here first. All right. Now, if you have any questions, y'all, hit me with your questions to gridironnationpodcast@gmail.com, and I will read them on the air, man. Y'all are slacking. I know football season is barely coming on. It's time to get active again. All right, so shoot me your questions, and I will be sure to read them on the air, okay? Don't forget, Gridiron Nation comes to you every Tuesday evening, usually, all right? So if not, I let y'all know ahead of time. I do, okay? And check out my new show, Off the Grid, available on YouTube and all audio streaming platforms. Y'all, I've got interviews with Joey and Jackie from Hot 103. Got interview with Young MC. Just interviewed my boy, Pure Product, Chris Raps Pure Product, Rocha here from Las Cruces. Hip-hop artist, man. I got some good ones coming up, okay? I have Coach Kevin Marks, legendary wrestling coach from here in Las Cruces. So I got some good stuff coming up, man. Got a little brother and sister boxing duo coming up. I got an artist, well-renowned artist that I'll be bringing on. Like I'm talking like visual artist, man. This dude's legit, man. So I got some good stuff coming for you guys, man. So y'all stay posted. Go and check me out. follow me off the grid, subscribe to the channel. All right, man. I'm trying to build up the subscribers for that show. And also, don't forget the Gridiron show Saturdays at 11 a.m. Mountain Time on Fuel with my boy Jersey. Sometimes me, but I will not be there now for a while. I don't know what's going on, but I'll let y'all know when I will be on there. But either way, Jersey holds it down as always. All right. Don't forget to check out the Jersey the King show also Thursdays at 9 p.m. Mountain Time here in my neck of the woods on the Fuel Network, y'all. All right, go show my boy some love, man. Go show my dog some love. Always showing love right back. All right, definitely so. Now, I got a question I'm going to put out there. It's been a while since I did a social media segment. Okay, but next week I want to know. And y'all need to think about this. Because usually I know everybody else are going to be like, no, come on. Hell no, it's not a question. It actually is. Look at the level of competition that they're playing in the Olympics now from back then too. Do you think the 2024 Olympic men's basketball team, the squad we had this year, could compete head-to-head with the 92 Dream Team and hold their own? Do you think so? I'm going to put it out there for y'all on social media. All right, we're going to talk about it next week. And I want to know what you guys think, man. Think about it during the week, man. Don't just be like, nah, that Dream Team was a great. Yes, the best team of all time assembled. I get it. But just think about the rosters, okay? This year's roster was loaded. That's why they didn't lose a game. Okay, they showed it. They showed perseverance. That semifinal game, I thought that was huge. So I want to know, y'all think about this, man. And I'm going to ask y'all next week because I got a live stream coming next week. Okay, and I'm supposed to have JP on next week, because we're going to talk about the NFC East. So, JP, I just saw your text, bro. It wasn't tonight. Don't worry. It's next week. All right. Either way, if he's not on, I'm going to be coming at you, finishing up my Gridiron Nation 2024 NFL Divisional Preview Series with the NFC Beast, baby. And I'm going to give you guys my predictions, go into each of the teams, man, and let you guys know what I think. And I'm doing a live stream, okay? It's been a while. But it's time. I want y'all to participate and be there, please. Let's get that thread active. And I want to know y'all's opinions on the NFC East next week. And also on the question of, do you think the 2024 Olympic men's basketball team for the USA could compete with the 1992 Dream Team? Right? Yes, it is a serious question. But, yeah, it is time for me to close up shop here, baby. Time for me to go up in house. Go chill, do my thing before going back to work tomorrow, y'all. But before I do, I hit y'all with the message. Now, a lot of times, no, this was last week's message. What am I doing? My bad. I thought I changed it. I didn't. You know what? I'm going to do that right now. Let's see. Give me a second, okay? Be patient. Patience. That's funny because that's exactly what this is about. It's patience. Okay. Now, let's look at this, y'all. Patience and fear are not to be confused. Okay? And what I say with this is don't mistake patience with fear. If you're testing somebody, man, and they decide to be the bigger person and walk away, or you're arguing with somebody, maybe your significant other, and they just decide to be the bigger person and just stay quiet, walk away. Don't mistake that for fear. Or don't think that because some dude walks away from you, like back in the day when you're in high school, you're scared, huh? No. See, as you mature, you learn patience. Some of us do anyways. But don't confuse it, man. And don't let people confuse it in you. All right. So, like, if you got to be the bigger person, somebody's just make it clear. Like, don't mistake this. This ain't fear, homie. Nah. This is me being patient as a motherfucker so that I don't get myself into some childish stuff with you. Okay, I'm gonna be patient and walk away. That's what I'm gonna do. If you're talking nonsense to me, I'm gonna walk away. It's patience. Okay. Don't mistake that in other people as well. sometimes it's something to be recognized and applaud. All right, so that's it. Don't mistake fear for patience, or don't mistake patience for fear, I should say. And don't let anybody out there, when you've got to be the bigger person, you got to show that patience and just move on from the situation. Make sure you make it clear. Hey, homie, this ain't fear. This is me being patient with your dumb ass. You know what I'm saying? So I'm out of here, familia. About to go up in the crib and kick it for the rest of the night, man. But before I do, you guys already know, just like I always do, I'm going to leave y'all with this one. Go into this rest of this week with a positive mindset. Find your place of Zen, and I hope that you stay there, okay? And you do that by dealing with everything that life's going to throw at you, the obstacles, the stresses, the BS. And you take it all, you look at it, you could do two things. You can flow right around it, you know what I mean? And just evade it as you adapt. Or you can hit it hard enough to go right through it, just like water hits rock. It also flows around rock as well when it has to. Okay? Adapt, evolve, and keep moving forward, y'all. Because in the words of the great Bruce Lee, all y'all got to do is be water, my friends. I'm going to catch you guys next week, man. This is Gridiron Nation, y'all. I'm Gabriel Garcia, a.k.a. The Wicked One. Y'all go and check me out on Spotify, baby. Show your boys some love. Get them royalties up, man. I'm going to catch you guys next week. Live stream coming back, baby. Gridiron Nation, y'all. Gabriel Garcia, NFC East next week. It's about to go down, baby. I'm out, baby. Peace.
Boy is lyrically blessed, eating all my competition for dinner, cause I'm a winner. Sometimes my heart is sick, but inside lurking a sinner. Better come with a plan, I got my fans in the stands. If you don't know, well, they gon' tell you Wicked One is the man. Who gonna let them know the power coming?